hour.
Okay.
He was.
Because now it's a hit and run, and you guys just gave him a ride. Okay? So what he did was a crime, and you guys helped him get away from that. Okay?
Didn't think about, you know what?
Well, he was.
And there's alcohol in his vehicle, so it's more than likely he's drunk. And now he's gone. And your pole snapped.
You know what? We went down to we went down and said, do you know what you did? Why are you leaving this? We were saying, why are you leaving this? You know?
Yeah.
He left his truck set there, and he was walking way down the road.
Down the road, and we thought, well, we know that was him or not. Who it belonged to? We don't know him. Didn't know the car. Didn't know anything. And I said, Butch coming back. I said, Butch, you realize what we did was not, you know, with the time when that happened, we were not thinking about that at all.
Yeah.
And then we said afterwards, you know.
So you dropped him off at the church? Is that where he wanted to be dropped off?
Yeah. He called his wife, and she was going to pick him up.
Okay. Do you know what he looks like? If I had a picture of him, would you be able to tell me what he looked like?
I don't know.
Because what it sounds like you helped an intoxicated person get away from
Oh God. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
because there's beer all on his truck,
We didn't
and he almost hit someone head on.
See, we didn't know anything about any of that. He just said, he said he wanted, you know, to get home. His wife was coming after him, and he said, just drop me off up there to something corner or something. And I don't what.
So what I'm probably going to do is,
I don't know what possessed us. I'll be honest, I don't. You know what? We were
Okay.
kind of like. It just got. We didn't think about it. We just thought, well, his wife was coming after him, and
I'm going to.
he called the tow truck, called the tow people, and we called our people to tell us this is down, and he called a truck to come.
Okay. Well, his tow truck's going to have to wait because I'm towing it.
But I don't know if he did or not.
I'll need your driver's license, and then I'll just have a couple questions. I'm going to get a statement from you.
Yeah. I feel bad. We feel bad about the thing.
Yeah. So that's a problem because.
We weren't thinking.
Yeah.
That's the trouble. We weren't thinking.
Is the thing is if he would have hit a family of four, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why a good honest person doesn't do that, okay? And they don't want to leave the scene.
Well, you said somebody ran him off the road.
It's not true. If that was true,
well, now we know now what's going on. We used to do that.
He would have waited. So
don't think about someone lying to you. You don't think
Yep.
about an accident, you know.
I understand. If you could just give me your driver's license.
I might be able to. He ever had a growth on him. Did he have kind of a growth? He didn't have a growth.
What, he got in the back seat?
See, we got in the back
I don't
seat,
know, Karen.
and I just said, you know, we aren't. I don't want nothing about what's going on with you. Don't tell me. I don't want nothing. You know, we shouldn't be doing this. So,
Okay. Well, just hang tight. Give me that stuff for me. I need to go down there and look at the
you
truck.
want both of ours.
No, ma'am, just yours.
Mine.
Yep, I'll get you started on a statement. I just want you to tell me what happened. Write down if you can remember what he looked like. Anything that can help me, okay? You're not in any type of trouble. I just need whatever you have that can help me. That way we can take care of this business. I'll get you a paper real quick. 610, paper. The owner of the property gave 6 a ride down to the church. She advised that he was going to call and wait for a ride from his wife break.
For the 610, was that stating that 6 was going to wait on a life brick?
Negative, Piqua. The owner of the house gave 6 a ride to the church. Did not realize that the driver may have been intoxicated.
Okay. 610, it broke up before that.
Okay, and there's going to be damage to the power line. One of the workers for the power company is out here. 610 pick. We'll go ahead and start next available for that vehicle. Okay. So. Okay, so just what I need from you. Just write your name here. And then just write down what happened, okay?
What happened where?
Just
What?
today. Just how everything unfolded.
What if we didn't see anything?
I just want to know your side of things. Like, I just want to know, did he come up and knock on your door? Did you come out and see it?
He was
So we
way
went down
past
to
his
confront him.
truck.
We went down to confront him. Why
Okay.
are you leaving?
Yeah.
What, you know, that's what we went down for. And then that was him and we just got.
Okay.
Give me a call, are you?
No, you're
I
okay.
got it. He lives right here. Tom Brookhart.
You're okay.
No,
You
no,
know.
610 pick. We'll break for the property owner, OL. Or anything.
I feel bad.
It's okay.
I just feel bad.
It's okay. I'm gonna go down there and look at the trucks. I'll be back with you guys in a few minutes. What company is this, Power?
It's Mid-Ohio. We're from Mid-Ohio.
Mid-Ohio, okay.
We're in, yeah, these are still energized lines, so we're probably going to, the line crew's coming out, but we're probably going to de-energize in here.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna set my car behind yours because I hope he comes back.
I talked to Lee.
He went to the church?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take some pictures real quick.
Okay.
Your call has.
Microwave on? Yeah, I mean, it's on. Go in the shop and see if the lights will turn on, please. Yeah, the microwave will turn on. Go into the shop and see if the lights will turn on real quick, please.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
you in this scenario, you may want to call Zach. He's in a tree stand.
Okay.
Or Dyer, your sergeant's guy, wants you to handle that.
Okay.
Because he may say either just reckless off or just walk in there with an A1A, show the control, and have a good day. How do you know he's drunk?
The RO told me, and then the witnesses. I don't know for a fact that he's drunk, but based on what they told me, it sounds like he is. He wanted to ride away from the scene because he is drunk.
Oh, okay. Well, so I guess you got to try to find him first, but I wouldn't hesitate asking Sergeant Dyer.
Okay, I'll give him a call real quick then.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Call Sergeant Dyer.
Please leave your message.
Hey, sir. I'll be back. I'll talk to you in a few minutes. I'm going to go look at the truck and see if I can find this guy real quick.
Okay, sounds good.
Will you be here for a while?
Yeah, I'll be here until the line crew shows up.
Okay. All right. I'll be back, okay? Thank you.
Right, pick the 3.
Illinois.
33 at 22 with Indiana. William Queen 684. Gray Nissan.
Henry Zebra Lincoln.
Take protection.
Oh, you mind if we do it over here so I can keep an eye on that truck? So I want to see if he comes back for it. Did he say he was going to?
Oh, he said he called me. Somebody to come pick it up. So,
Okay, what church did you drop him off at?
Ross Cup
Rouse
Church
Cup. I
Drive.
put down National Road, but I didn't put Rouse Cup. I couldn't think of it. And
What did you smell alcohol coming off of him?
no, I couldn't.
Did he have red eyes?
He was, the thing was, we're standing under the car, and that sun's coming in the window, like, we were facing west, and I really could not tell you. And I
Did he
just
slur his speech at all?
said, no, I didn't think he
No,
did.
he didn't.
And his one knuckles, they were bleeding. I don't know, probably the left one, I don't know. I don't know. I just know.
So, coming out of the house. What all did he say to you?
Okay,
He told us he got run off the road.
so this guy came right at him and hit him, and he was on the foot.
708 checkup. 45.
He must have been going a pretty good clip.
Yeah. Yeah, I really wish you wouldn't have gave him a drive.
Don't tell me that. I know. Now
We
he
wouldn't
said
either.
he lives
Now,
up on. He lives.
There's a
close to
lot of
Arby's.
beer in his truck.
Oh my
A
God.
lot of beer.
He,
12.
Of course,
he said he had
anymore,
2 beers.
anymore, you're silly to help anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why you
Yeah.
did that. I don't
Because
know
it just
why.
comes back and
I don't know why.
stabs you in the back.
Well, we went
Trying
down
to
to
do a good
confront him.
Yeah.
Why did you leave this? They asked, why did you do? We went down.
Yeah.
Did you do this? And we knew in the truck, and that's what we went down for. Why are you leaving?
Yeah.
And so we went down innocently to tell him he should be back there with that.
Yeah.
Well, he said his
The wife
wife
was
was
coming
coming
after
to
him.
meet him down in Fairmont. I said, well, jump in the back right there. We'll just go down here and we'll meet
He
her.
said his wife is come down from Fairmont.
He was coming.
She was coming down to Fairmont. He said, well, just turn right here. And he said, just take me up to the church.
And he says the wife she should be meeting me. And he said he lived close to Army's. What is it? Army's wife. Army's
Army's,
Army something. Up there
that wrecking yard up there. That
and
wrecking
that's all.
yard.
We really didn't talk.
No,
And that's all he said was that. She said, "Well, take me home. I live up there with that." Well, we didn't do that, and which was
Do you know what the wrecking yard's called?
Army's. Is it Army's? Is it still Army's?
God, I don't know.
Well, it's before. It's a half mile to a mile before you hit up on the road that's.
Breeze.
Oh wait,
Before you
not
get to
Breeze. No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Breeze. Yeah, Breeze
Yeah,
Road that
Breeze,
goes into. Yeah, that it's a has all kind of cars and junk. They get them all.
What's a good phone number for you?
Yeah.
What's a good phone number?
Huh?
What's a good phone number?
419-204-9976. Mine.
Yep,
He's
that's-
75.
And then what's his address? Like the actual address?
Here, 245
24526.
526 Fairmount Road, Waynesville, Ohio. And I'm Karen Stalker, and he's Butch Stalker, Norman Stalker. And that we really didn't talk to him. Really, we just kind of
What's the zip code?
45896. Because I really was not happy with him there.
Okay. Just one second.
I'm sorry.
610 Pickle.
610.
Can you get a hold of the RO and ask her what the male driver's name is and where he's at?
Are you getting closer to finding him?
Hopefully. I'm waiting for the tow truck.
Is that his car? Is that his
It's.
vehicle?
I think it's his wife's. So it comes back to a female.
Okay.
So, out of Lima.
Well, if they live up there on that, up right there by there, it would be a Lima.
Yeah.
It would be Lima. I don't know if Perry has anything. I don't know about Perry. I don't know where theirs. But it'd be a Lima ad. Yes, it'd probably be Lima.
And then what did he just asked you for a ride?
Yeah, well, not really. He said, my wife's coming down here to pick me up. And I said, well, just jump in the back and we'll just drive
Meet her.
down this
And
way to
meet her.
meet her.
Okay.
Not realizing.
What's the
what-
church called again one more time?
The Rouse Cup Church of Christ.
And it's right there on 65 in Fairmount?
Right
Yep.
on National, corner of National.
Okay.
65.
One sec. Oh, crap. Just one sec, sir.
Circle 125.
Sir, can you hear me? Hey, sir, can you hear me? Sorry about that. Yeah. No. Okay. I tried calling Dyer. I couldn't get a hold of him. So on Fairmount Road, right here, right off of 198, or 196, one of the two. Guy runs off the road, snaps a telephone pole, continues down the road. Truck gives out on him. The property owner goes up to confront him and basically said his wife's already on his way down on Fairmount Road, and the property owners offer him a ride to State Route 65 in Fairmount, right there at that church, so that he can be closer for his ride, his wife. In the truck, there's 12 or 13 beers, some open, some closed. Smells like beer. The witness who gave him a ride is an older female, and she was not able to pick up on any clues of impairment, because what it sounds like is she did not pay attention at all. She just thought she was doing a good deed, and so nothing from her. So right now, the telephone, one of the guys not telephone, but the power company, he's out here. He has a lineman truck coming. The truck is about a quarter mile down the road. Not drivable at all. I got pictures, 25D done. So I got a statement from the property owner, because she's the only one who had contact, and then one other gentleman. He had to leave because there's a wedding, but I have his contact information, his driver's license, to get a hold of him. And yeah, my question is where do I go from here? He told me, it was very brief. He basically just said he's pretty sure the guy had been drinking, and he saw a bunch of beer in his truck, and the property owner gave him a ride away. So apparently this guy tried telling everyone that someone tried running him off the road. This is not a very busy road, and he was going westbound, and he crossed all lanes of traffic, like obviously the other lane, and he ran, off the opposite side of the road, ran off road left. So if anything, he was going in someone else's lane. So his statement of someone trying to run him off the road don't make sense. Can you hear me? One sec, sir. Can you hear me?
I got you now.
Sorry. I didn't have long enough to talk to him because he had to go. It's a female owner. I'm pretty sure it's going to be his wife, and it's out of Lima. I think it's right over the county line, because he said he told the property owner that he lives right beside like a junkyard called Armies, I think, right by Breest Road. And so he apparently does not live too far from here. Yep, on State Route 65 in Fairmount, and he said he was gonna have someone come pick his truck up. I haven't left the scene yet. I didn't know if I was allowed to run up there and check. The truck is partially on the roadway, and then tow's coming, so that's just a problem I ran into with that. I think
10.
good.
I spoke with the RO.
Good.
The RO states that she left the vehicle parked at Pot Tree there in Waynesfield. That's where her husband works. They don't have room for the vehicle at their home on their farm. And that's where she parked it at last night, but also stated the key was inside of it.
So is she advising that she didn't know who was driving it?
Right.
Yeah, that's a bull crap right there. Jeez. So the RO of the truck is the female. So the wife, and I'm pretty sure it's the husband that was driving. No, not yet. I want to say it's been about 40 minutes to an hour now since the call came in. I believe the witness, the guy witness who is not the property owner, I think he's the caller, and he called 911, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Yep. That's the statement he made to the property owner. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're right. I mean, they're just a couple miles away. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That way they know this line is probably around it on the other side. Yeah, you'll be out.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You know, you're gonna have to have some
610 pickle and mazes I'm seeing.
beer in the truck, and you know he smells like alcohol.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 So should I see if dispatch can get a hold of Intel and see if they can get a OL for the husband? Okay. 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 I'll get started on that then. May just showed up. Are you busy? Because I might have a question here in a little bit. Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's it. As usual, I'll get him.
All right.
Get back to you.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks, sir.
All right, bud. Bye.
Bye.
I can be more than.
What I need from you, real quick,
No,
sign your witness here,
okay,
and then just write your address in these boxes. There you
okay, no.
go. Good.
610, are you still on scene?
Right. I'm just a little further down the road. At the property owners. I see Maze.
Okay.
Sixth and pickle.
Big fan.
Can you put the PX for the wife in the comments? Okay, man. So this is going to be the crash report number. Once I get his insurance information, you want to give that to your insurance, okay? Just that number,
Okay.
okay? So I might have a little bit more
No,
follow-up
we don't
questions for you in the
have any
future.
I don't know anything about insurance because usually when they ask for money, they take care of things like that. This doesn't go on, you
Yeah,
know.
that's what we're trying to. That's what we're trying to do. I got to get his insurance.
His
Kinda hard.
insurance, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you,
Mm.
when he got in, well, when we were talking, and it's about his wife coming after him. We had no idea that he had been drinking.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
And, but after we got in, then he made the comment about it. And I'm like, oh.
He made a comment about what?
But he had 2 beers. Is all he had.
Okay.
He said, I've had. Well, first he said a beer, and then he said 2 beers. And we thought, well, that isn't anything to get scared about, and not when, where everybody
You're
has
like,
2
hey,
years.
different, Karen. You're still going to jail.
I know. But, no, I'm the one that said to you, well, after you look, hey, we shouldn't be doing this.
Okay.
This is against the law.
Well, I'm gonna go try to find him.
But I
Okay.
just wanted you to know
Yeah.
that when he got into our, we did not know until he said.
Yeah.
And then there we were with him in our car.
Yeah.
And so I thought, he said, well, just take him up and brought me off there. My wife was coming. And I
Okay.
thought, well, but hey, why do you do things? Why do you do? You don't think about it.
Yeah. Well, I have to go. I'm gonna go try to find him. Okay. I'll probably give you, if I get a picture of him, I'm gonna come by, show that picture, so you can confirm if it's him or not. Okay.
I'll try.
And then once that insurance information's in there, you can give that to your crash report, and they'll be able to fix your yard and stuff. I'm also gonna give the power pool that crash report number too. Okay. Okay.
Do you have 8 kids?
Not yet.
Oh, shit. I was going to have you home pick up that.
This. Well, I'm sure I'll be getting a hold of you guys soon. Okay.
Like I said, he was up here with the light.
Yeah. Okay.
Wasn't immediate to what was going on.
Well, I'll get a hold of you soon then. Okay. I appreciate your help. No, it's not your fault. You're not the one who did it. Thank you, ma'am.
$610.
Good.
You wanted the RO's phone number, correct?
Right.
It's in your incident, 1557. Time.
All right. Here is the crash report number. Are you?
You can give it to
Okay.
him. Yep.
Crash report number. That's how you guys will be able to pull up the crash. I'm gonna go try to find the guy and get his insurance and stuff. Okay.
Okay.
That's just the number you guys will need.
All right. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, guys.
In the RO's office, and that is your person's form.
Okay. Can you revise?
The RO's been added to your person screen along with the updated phone number.
Okay. How you doing? Can I get your signature real quick? Yep. Thanks, sir. You're welcome. And here's your cup. So I don't know who the driver is yet. Sounds like he's probably drunk, so I'm going to try to get a hold of him. So. No, take it. It's gone. Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, this is Trooper Vanwinkle. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Is your name Tracy Green?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here's the deal. We're not going to be playing games, okay?
Okay.
We have witnesses and we have pictures on cameras of what the guy looks like, and we have intel. Currently working on his driver's license, okay? So we know it was him driving, okay? So we either do it the easy way or we do it the hard way. It's up to you guys. If you guys want to play games, we can do that. It's going to be a lot worse of a process for you guys. Or I can meet up with you guys right now. We can give you your statement. All I need is a statement. I'll give you the paper for where the vehicle is being towed. And I just want to ask the driver a couple questions. He's not going to be under arrest or anything. He will be issued a citation for failure to control because he ran off the road. So that's the citation that will be involved. And so I'm gonna let you guys decide if you guys want to do it this way. If not, we will track you down and it will.
I understand. I mean, I totally understand and agree. Do whatever you want. I mean, I was at work, so
Yeah.
I didn't get home till
Well,
like 3:30.
I know you picked them up from the church.
I don't know.
So if
You're
we need,
welcome to come and
okay.
come.
Where are you guys at right now? At your house?
Yeah, I'm at home.
Okay, is he home with you?
He's here. He's asleep.
Okay. Do you know what's his first and last name?
Tony.
Tony Green.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is it at your let me check. Is it 4200 St. John's Road?
Yep.
Okay. Let me see how far you are from me real quick. And then about what time did you pick him up from the church?
I have no clue. I was coming straight from work. I didn't even know what he was doing. We're not getting along, so I do not.
Okay. You say his name was Tony Green?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head that way. I'd prefer if you didn't tell him I was there until I got there, because I don't really feel like having him leave and wasting my time. If we have to go the route of issuing a warrant, which isn't going to be preferred for this situation, we will. But I'd rather just come there, give you guys the paperwork, that way you have everything, that way you know where the truck's being towed, and get your tolls out of it and stuff. Because if you don't have that, you won't be able to get all the tolls and stuff out, and you'll lose all that money. So let me get the tow truck driver's information.
The other guy that I talked to gave it to me.
Can I get a business card? They gave you what?
He gave me the number to where it was going to be towed.
Okay. And then I have the 25D, which includes all the properties in the truck. And then basically I just have to notify you and document that. You're not in trouble or anything. I want you to know that. It's just a crash. He ran off the road. We just have to investigate that. Obviously, I don't know the detail, all the details. That's why I'd like to talk to him and kind of figure out what happened, because it's not typical that someone leaves the scene of a crash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Well, I'll be there in about 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. 6 minutes. Go.
Hey, Stan.
I just spoke with the RO. She stated that her husband, Tony Green, was the driver brake. She stated that she picked him up from the church. I'll be en route to her 2-5 for a quick statement.
Okay. Hey, Stan, we have the RO's husband. So you want to put it in hands now?
Right. 610 pickle. I'll be out here.
Okay.
How you doing? Doing good. Is he in there? Okay. He's not under arrest, but is it okay if we talk outside?
Me or?
Him. Yeah. He's not, like I said, he's not under arrest or anything. Just want to speak to him out here. Just, I'm a little bit more comfortable standing outside. You got my word, man. He's got up. Okay, thank you. Okay, no worries. Tony, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. I heard you're involved in a crash. You okay?
Not in a wreck.
Yes, you were, sir.
No, I was not.
You weren't involved in the crash?
No, I was not involved in the crash. I've been home all day, bud.
Okay.
I've been home all day long.
Okay. I'm not saying that you weren't. So we have a picture of you. Someone got it captured on one of their security systems. You were driving a pickup truck earlier in the afternoon?
No, was not.
Wasn't you? Okay.
I was home all. I've been home all day long, bud.
Okay. Then if you weren't driving, who was driving the truck?
I have no clue.
You weren't driving the
I've
truck?
been here
Okay.
all day long.
Tony, let me ask you a question. Do I look stupid?
No, I'm not saying you're stupid.
Okay. Do you think I'd be out here if you weren't driving the truck?
Well, it's probably because the truck's in my wife's name.
Okay. Would you be willing to give us a statement then, just saying that you weren't?
For what? I was here. I've been here all day long.
I know. Would you be willing to give a statement saying you weren't driving the truck?
I was not driving the truck.
A written statement.
Yeah.
You would? Okay. Would you walk over? You're not under arrest. Would you walk over here to my car with me?
What'd you say?
You're not under arrest. No, you are not. You're not under arrest. Not going anywhere. We're not.
I'm gonna stay right here. I'm
Okay.
not leaving my porch, bud.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the paper. Okay. Just hang tight for me. All right. Got a couple questions, obviously. And then would you just, starting here at the answer, just write down what happened?
What do you mean, what happened?
So after the crash.
There's no crash.
Okay, then.
But I've been here.
Okay, you can write that down.
Home. All day. Sorry about that.
Okay. Home all day. You didn't go to work today?
No.
If I called you work, they wouldn't say you were there.
Call them.
Where you work at?
I work at All Tree. I work at All Tree.
All tree care. That's where I work at.
All tree care.
Yep. Corner of Moyer and 67.
Okay. And what days do you work?
Monday through Friday. Well, sometimes Monday through Sunday. But it's Monday through Friday most times. I've been home all day.
Okay.
Sitting there watching Enter the Badlands.
Badlands, is that on
Netflix.
Netflix? Okay. Any good?
Oh, yeah. Sonny's a bad boy.
What do you say?
Sonny's a badass dude.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Okay. So you were not in the truck. So if
No, I was not in the truck.
So the lady who gave you a ride to the church.
There's no lady that gave me a ride to a church.
Okay. When I show her your picture.
Yeah.
She's gonna say that wasn't you. Okay.
There's no lady that gave me a ride to the church. There's no lady that gave me a ride to the church. I've been here all day.
Do you know who may have been driving the truck then if it wasn't you?
No. I have no clue. That truck was over Vanwinkle. It's shot. But don't get me wrong, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie about it. I mean, I have drove that truck. But we use that truck, usually me and my wife use that truck to go get feed for my cows and hay for my cows.
Okay.
I mean.
It was at the shop? What shop?
At the shop in Waynesville.
What
On Moyer and 67.
Like at the All Tree?
At All Tree, yes. That's where the truck was parked at. You can come in, bud. It's cold out here, bud.
No, you're
I'm
right.
sitting here with no shirt.
You can sit right there. My personal preference, I don't go into people's houses.
That's fine. That's fine.
It was parked at All Tree, 67 Moyer, so.
Yeah. We're on the corner of Moyer Road, 67 and 196. 196 is right there in front of the graveyard. Moyer, 67, All Tree, it's right there. It's right there in that little corner.
Okay. And then we also have, the witness stated that the person she gave a ride to, when she thought it was you, indicated they had 2 beers prior to the crash. And that someone tried running them off the road. No one tried to run you off the road?
I wasn't driving.
Okay.
I've been here all day. When you left this morning, where was the truck? Where was I at? Here?
When I left,
I have no other way to get over there. I have no way to... I was here. I've been here all day long. I've been here all day.
What?
I'm bored as hell, but I've been here all day.
Do you have a twin brother by chance?
No, I don't have a twin brother.
Is there someone in Waynesville that looks just like you?
Well, there is a few people that there are some people that look like me.
Because the picture I seen,
What?
dude, it looks just like you. And who would be driving the truck that looks just like you?
Well, I have no clue. I've been here all day, bub. I'm not lying. I've been here all day long. I have not. I've been here.
Okay. You got off work on what day?
Friday.
Friday, okay. And what time did you get off?
I got home. What time did I get home Friday? About 6, 6:30, 7 o'clock, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay. Is your license suspended?
My license is suspended.
Okay.
I got a DUI a while back ago. I did wreck a truck. That was in 2022. I did wreck a truck, and I got a driver under suspension. But No, I've been home. I haven't been driving. I have not been driving.
Okay.
That truck was in Waynesfield.
Yeah.
At the shop where that truck was parked at.
I know you said you've been home all day. How much alcohol have you drank today?
I think maybe my 6th beer. Well, I haven't drank any, so she's been home, but.
What kind of beer is it?
Bush Light.
Obviously, it's not illegal to drink. I'm just curious. When did you have your first drink today? Was it like around noon? Or did you smash 6 beers in the last hour?
2 o'clock.
Like 2 p.m.? Was that in here? It was here. And then when would you say your last drink was? Still working on it?
I'm still working on it. You're still working on it. It's about a half can.
Do you guys have insurance? Do you have insurance for the truck, ma'am? I see it's registered in your name.
Yes.
Would you get that for me? Reason for that being is need that to give the power company, since your vehicle was involved in an auto accident. Just have to make sure they get that, and they go from there. Then, sir, your last drink, you're still working on it. Let's see. Do you
You're
feel?
reporting the truck stolen, right?
What'd you say?
You're reporting the truck stolen, right? Said it was sitting in Waynesfield?
What'd you say?
And she's reporting the truck stolen.
She's reporting it stolen.
Yeah, because
If she reports it stolen and we find out that it wasn't stolen, that would be a crime that someone could go to jail for. It'd be very.
there was nobody driving it. I wasn't driving that truck.
What's the company name?
It's First Acceptance.
First Acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's the policy number, ma'am?
HUGO -573079.
573079. Okay. All right, sir. I noticed you had a little bit of cuts on your hand. What is that from?
Trees.
Trees. Okay.
Come on.
You mind if I see it?
Yeah, broke my hand or tore it from.
When did that?
That happened Friday.
Friday. Okay.
I always carry my hands up. Cause I reach in and grab brush, I drag it.
Okay.
My shit's always tore up.
You say cutting trees on Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, I just write down everything you just told me. Your name's Tony Green?
Yes.
Okay. And then, what's this address? 4200 St. John's Road?
Lima. Lima.
Lima, Ohio. What's the zip code?
458006.
If you want to read this, you can. This is literally me asking the question.
Yep.
And if you want to sign, you can. It's just, this is your statement. This is everything you said. Everything's recorded, so it's not like I'm fabricating anything. So would you be willing to sign your statement?
I'll sign it.
Okay. It's right there for me. And then I'm going to go out to my car, get the paperwork for the crash. I'll give you a copy of the crash report number. You basically, I'll explain it to you. You're going to give it to your insurance company. You'll give them that number, and they'll go forth with that from there. And then I have the contact number for the record. And then, okay, I have this card, and then this is one other thing. And I'll just explain that crash report. It's going to be photos, diagrams. Like I said, if you ever decide you want to report your truck stolen, yeah, if you ever want to report it stolen, you can go from there, okay? Tony, what's a good phone number for you? All right. Give me about 5 minutes to get the paperwork. I'll be out of your guys' hair, okay?
Right.
Sound good. I appreciate you, Tony.
Thank you, young man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I got the bread and butter.
Okay.
So he claimed he's denial of being there. Said his trees was parked at, or his car was parked at All Trees, so on 67 in Moyer. And so the lady who gave me a statement said that the driver cut his hands. He had cuts on his hands.
Okay.
This guy had cuts on his hands.
There you go.
Fresh cuts. More from that. He said he's on his 6th beer. He said he had his first beer at 2 p.m. He has slurred speech. His eyes are glossy. Minor redness. Most of the slurred speech. Very slurred. And
Okay. So we're probably 12 beers, not 6, but anyway.
Yep. I asked him what kind of beer he drinks. Says Busch Light. That's what was in the truck.
Man, you're on it. I like it.
And then asked him why his hands cut. He said from cutting trees on Friday. And then, so the wife, she actually, I talked to her. It sounds like they're in a kind of a rough relationship. She's the one who told me she's the one who gave him a ride and everything. She doesn't want to be involved for personal reasons because she doesn't want him to be mad.
Right.
He's trying to say that the truck should be reported stolen.
Okay.
And I told her, I said, falsificating a police report would be a crime. And if we find out that this truck was not stolen and you or her report it as stolen, there'll be a pretty big penalty for that. And I don't think he's that bad of a person where he'd want to throw her under the bus and possibly risk her, jail or something for reporting it stolen. But he's 100% drunk. So,
Man, you're going to be colonel one of these days, son.
So my question is, am I writing him DUS as well?
What's that?
Is he going to be cited for DUS as well?
Yeah, I sent you the ORC sections. I texted them to you.
Okay. So
If you didn't get them, tell me and I'll send them again. Yeah, we're going to pound him for everything we can pound him for.
4511
We got
22.
more than enough proof. We got more than enough proof at this point in time, especially if we get his picture and we take it back to that property owner and she says, yeah, that's the guy that's driving the truck. Then yeah, and we need to make sure we get a good statement from her, like about the cuts on his hands. Ma'am, I've showed you a BMV image of this individual. Is this the individual who was driving the truck? Like I said, this is, and you're on. It sounds like to me you're squared away. You know where you're going with this. So it's all about proof now.
Okay. So I'm going to cite him, and then I might, since I'm close to the property owner's address, I might swing by there real quick and then finish up my stuff with her.
Yeah, I would get that before she starts forgetting stuff.
Okay. Yep. So
Absolutely, that's key. So yes.
Fresh in her head. So I'll get this taken care of. I'm going to serve him, and then so cite him for failure to control, A1A, 454903A. Is that hit skip?
Yes. Hit skip involving real property because there's no injury or involvement with anybody else. It's just property damage.
Okay, and then the 45 10
Whatever.
for the
whatever
DUS.
I just put question marks because I don't know what suspension he's under.
Looks like it's non-compliance suspension.
So
Suspension.
yeah, 4510 16, I believe.
Is non-compliance, is that for the insurance?
Yes,
Okay.
that might be one.
Okay,
Just look at it. Whatever. Well, here's my question: does he have any open, active OVI suspensions?
Let me check.
Because if he does, that's what we want to hammer him for. We're going after the biggest. We'll go after the biggest thing we can go after, and then they can plea bargain it from there.
Looks like he is. Let's see.
It's got to be open.
Let's see.
It usually say open, close, or failure to reinstate.
So, okay, let me see.
Reinstate too.
Okay, and then he has.
So what I'm saying is write him for, if he's got an open suspension, write him for whatever suspension he's open, and then also write him for that failure to reinstate.
Let's see. Checks okay. And then
you can go back to his DR. If he has been cited for any of those prior suspensions, and this is his third offense in more than 6 years, I believe, without having my cheat book in front of me. If it's more than 3 suspensions, if he's been, let's say he's been cited for a non-compliant suspension twice before this, under his driving record, that portion.
Yeah.
If he's been cited for any of those suspensions within the last 6 years, third offense carries a higher penalty, so cite him for that particular section. Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, like, if he's got a prior conviction of DUS on there, and 2 of them are, well, even if he's got a prior of 1 of them, we want to cite him for the second one to get him in the cycle so that they can throw jail time at him.
Okay, let's see. So he had a.
Yes, any DUS convictions within the last 6 years. Be out. So okay, so he doesn't have any of those that are applicable.
Correct.
So yeah, you can just pick whichever one. Probably one of the. If he doesn't have an open, you said he does not have an open, active OVI suspension that's showing suspended.
Let me double check. Man, there's so many suspensions, hard to read through.
No, I understand that. Just take your time. I mean,
Yeah, he has 16 suspensions. So let's see.
That's not anything. If he does not have an OVI suspension that's open, I would cite him under the court suspension, because that one's going to carry jail time.
So there.
That's the one I'm telling you, writing for the failure to reinstate on.
Okay.
But I would cite him. Get on your. If you got a cheat sheet for those suspensions to look. If not, I'll go get mine out of my vehicle.
Let me pull up the training thing on Otis. Let me see.
I think the court suspensions, I think they just fall under 451011A, I believe.
4510. Driving under suspension or violation of.
I'm working straight off of memory, and Lord knows I'm 49, so that ain't the greatest anymore.
Yeah. I got 451011.
Yeah.
451014. Oh yeah, suspension. 451016.
Oh, go ahead.
451016 is driving under FRA suspension.
Yeah, there should be one of them that specifically pertains to court suspensions or.
It looks like the court may impose the offender a class 7 suspension. Looks like 451011. Possibly.
4510 what?
11.
Yeah, that should be your court suspensions, I believe. Yes. So write him, like I said, write him for the 451011, whatever, and make sure that you document, on your ticket or wherever, second offense, I'm sorry, not second offense. He doesn't have any open DUI, so it wouldn't be second offense. Forgive me, I'm sorry. But that's the section, that's the DUS section you want to write him under because that carries jail time.
Okay, so 45, 11.202.
And then obviously you'll need to document, third offense OVI. It's a mandatory appearance anyways, but see, I just got out to my car. You want to write him under the 451011A.
451011A.
And then make sure you write him for the 451021. I believe it's A also. That's the failure to reinstate.
451021A.
4510.21. Yeah, double check me on that. Now, let me just put you on speed, and then I'll pull it up here while I'm to you. The failure of the offender to complete a team. Yes, so 451021A.
Okay,
I don't know if any of those will pull up out of the drop-down box or not, but that's the subsections you're going to need, and you may have to, if they don't pull up the drop-down box, you may have to type them in.
Okay, I have fail to control 4511 202.
202A.
Okay, I need to put the A in there?
Yep.
Okay, because the A...
Zach didn't tell you that. Both our records, guys have gotten sloppy, and they've gotten away from putting those subsections in there, and we've gotten tickets dismissed for it.
Okay, so let me put that in there. Failure to control, and that's ORC, and then violation type, other. Okay. So I got 451119A1A. I got failure to reinstate 451021A, and then I have failure to control 4511-202A.
Yep.
And then 454903A.
Yep.
49.03, and that is leaving the scene of an accident.
Hit skip, yes, or however it comes up, whatever you want to use, yeah.
And then should I cite him for any other suspension or something like that?
So that's what I'm saying. So what have you got? You got failure to control, OVI, hit skip, failure to reinstate, and DUS. You should have 5 total charges.
Oh, and then I just need the 451011.
Yes, 451011A. Absolutely, yes.
Driver suspension. Okay, so I got those 5. So driver suspension, hit skip, fail to control, fail to reinstate.
Any idea if he had his seatbelt on or not?
Nope, I'm not sure.
Okay, that's fine. That's one I tend to forget sometimes. I get caught up in everything else. I forget about the belt.
And then, so down in the OVI box, under the influence of alcohol, drug, or abuse, and then no test,
Correct.
and then prior OVIs. Looks like he only had 2 prior.
It's just the 2 that he's currently got?
Yep.
No more OVIs?
Nope.
Okay, then cite him for this will be. So yeah, put his 2 prior, whatever it is, 20, I'm assuming 23 and 22?
Double check.
He got to go by the conviction date.
Conviction date. Conviction date was. Was conviction date.
On them.
One sec. The offense date is. They have the same offense date. Let me see.
They've got the same offense date?
Yeah, but they're 2 different.
I'm not saying that's not possible.
Let's see.
I mean, I've arrested more than one. I've arrested more than one guy.
You guys, Minster squad is on the scene?
Vehicle drove same day.
Let's see.
Okay.
That's a little confusing.
King Edward Mary 4626. King Edward Mary 4626.
Let me send you a picture of this. Okay, I just sent you a picture of his DR. Sixth and pick one.
Wait for another RC. Tom 9779. King has Tom 9779. Six 10.
413. Run a C. Well, did you have them run a CCH on him?
I do not believe so.
20. Wait a minute. 22 TRC02. That's got 2 different case numbers. One, the record was added on the BAC coming. Did he mention how many prior offenses he knew how many prior offenses he had?
No, he didn't mention.
See, what's bothering me or looking at this is, the one doesn't show any points. The other one shows 6 points, which it should. I just don't know if he got popped twice in the same day there or what happened.
Yeah.
Jimmy, are you still working on your ticket and stuff?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you work on that. I'm going to call dispatch. I'll call you back.
Okay, thanks. Yes, sir.
Okay, and just so you know, I'm not berating you. I'm feeding you food for thought. In the future, when you have an OVI,
Okay.
you need to, because dispatch, and it's just the way leads work and the way they are down at the dispatch center. My old dispatch is where I came from. If we got it drunk, they automatically ran a CCH and just put our unit number in there. These guys won't do it unless they're specifically requested to. So on a drunk, in the future, just make sure that you're aware. You need to, on an OVI, you need to request them to run a CCH. Because if this guy has a prior OVI out of state somewhere,
Yeah.
that would count if we could get record of it. We don't have any knowledge of that. If it's not showing up on his Ohio DR, it may show up on his CCH.
Okay. Yeah, I did not.
So on your OVIs, always run a CCH on your OVIs.
Okay. Yeah, I did not know that.
And that's what you tell dispatch. Run a a have him run a CCH, and then have them, advise you if there's any out-of-state OBIs or anything like that, anything of that nature listed on there.
Okay.
But I've got them working on that right now. He's supposed to give me a call back. At a bare minimum, it's easy enough to cite him for third offense, and then if it's only second, then that's fine. The prosecutor's office can knock it back down.
Where do you mark what offense it is on the?
Well, you just in those prior boxes, you'll just put 23, or you'll put 22 and 21.
Okay. Was the other one, was it in 2021 or were they both in 2022?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry, but you tell me.
I think they were both 20.
When I got it right in front of me. No, if they're both in 22, then yeah, it'd be 22 and 22. Yeah, just 22 and 22.
Do you do 22, comma 22?
What's that?
Do you do 22, comma 22?
Yeah, I think you gotta. If I remember, I think you gotta separate them by a comma or something. And then when you go to print your ticket, if you've done it right, it'll have 22 and 22 in those little boxes on the OBI offenses. And then I always put down in the remarks, I put whatever, like I'll put third offense OBI, second offense OBI, first offense OBI, whatever it is, in my remark box on my ticket.
Okay. So I got prior OBI, both in 2022, third offense OBI in the remarks, and statement of facts, see attached report for crash report and OBI statement.
Yep. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get this printed out, and I'm going to serve him. I'm going to go back, finish that up with her so I can get that all taken care of.
Nope, that's fine, man. Sounds like you're on the right track. It's just one of those kind of funny ones that we deal with sometimes.
A little extra work.
Yeah. I mean, it's just when you don't have, well, that's a whole other conversation I'm not going to get into. So anyways, yes, you're fine with what you're doing. Like I said, I'd finish up there, serve him, make sure he's aware of his court date. This was in All Glaze County, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Serve him his court date and make sure he's aware it's a mandatory court appearance.
Okay.
And then, basically, if he gives you any grief, I just like I said, I would just tell him if he starts arguing, if you want to dispute the charges, you obviously have a court date, you can dispute it there. I've got more than enough evidence at this point from witnesses to substantiate you were driving that vehicle.
Okay. Yep.
And leave it at that. Don't get in and I know you won't, but all I'm saying is don't get in a bicker and fight match with him. On his enemy's copy, there you go. You've been served. That's your court date. You need to appear on this date at this time and leave it at that. Unless, like I said, he said, well, how do you, I just have to say, I've got more than enough evidence, witnesses to substantiate you were the driver of the vehicle. That's your copy.
Okay. All right.
The court date.
All right, sir. Well, I appreciate all your help.
Not a problem, brother. If you need anything else after this, call me back.
Okay, thanks, sir.
One thing, I would get his DMV image pulled up and have that lady identify him.
Okay, that's what I'm doing after this.
So, and then, who knows if she's elderly, she may say, well, I don't know if that's him. I mean, you're just going to have to go with what you can get,
Yeah. So I had her fill out a witness statement form. Do I need to have her actually fill out a crash statement form?
Yeah, you need to have it on an OH, anytime even if it's related to a crash, then it goes on an OH3.
Okay. So I'll go.
Anytime you use a witness statement would be on like a in a case investigation or something.
Okay.
But if it's related to the crash, and put it on OH3.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll do that then.
All right. If you got anything else, you call me.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Talk to you after a while.
All right. Sounds good. Bye. Tony's still in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I just got some paper for you and him.
Hey, Tony.
What are you guys eating for dinner?
Leftover pizza from last night.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, he is. I don't know what I'm eating.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lose weight.
Trying to what?
Lose weight.
Oh.
Let me go.
Okay.
We might eat that. He's coming.
Okay, thank you. Okay, got your stuff for you. Here's the stuff for the truck. There's their card, and there's that, okay? And then just got a couple more things for you. So we have enough evidence tying you to that crash, Tony. So I got a couple citations for you, okay? It is a mandatory court appearance next Wednesday, October, 10 a.m. on Glaze County Municipal Court, okay? You have to be there. If not, they're going to issue a warrant for you, okay? So let me explain kind of what you're being cited for. You're being cited for failure to control, which is you running off the road. You're being cited for hit skip, which was you leaving the scene of an accident, if the accident occurred. You're being cited for driving under suspension, and you're also being cited for you're driving actually for failure to reinstate as well, because you had two different suspensions open. And you're also being cited for OVI, okay? So a few things on there, okay? Do you have any questions about that?
Nope.
Okay. Well, you have a good day, sir. You guys take care, okay?
Thank you.
Six, then pick on back out here. Reflective vest is on. How you doing? Do you mind if I borrow one of your cones real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
You take one of those or one of these?
It doesn't matter.
I'll take that one. I just need to sit it down there by that pole. Just grab a couple measurements real quick. Thanks, sir. sucks. What the? This thing's terrible. Come on. These legs are awful. Going good. How are you?
Very good.
Oh. Let's see. $338 plus 53.
came right. My hands was out frozen. I'm nervous.
You're okay.
But I did put in there that my husband, we would say we would take him home. But while we were in the car, he said he had 2 beers.
Okay.
But we did not know that. He was in
Okay.
the
You're okay. You
car
can put your hands in your
driving.
pocket. Or, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't mean for you to be cold.
But anyway, I want to know. I put that down there.
Thank you.
What were you asking to put down there? Oh, his knuckles were bloody.
Okay.
Their boot cut and bloody.
Okay.
I noticed that. That's what I really noticed about him.
Okay. What did
Put
his
my hand.
What did his face look like?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you remember? Did he have facial hair? Like a little beard?
Well, he just was kind of rough looking. I mean, he was just kind of rough looking. That's what I can remember about him. But like I said, the sun was in my eyes, from the west,
Yeah.
and he was above me when he was talking, and he bent down when I seen his knuckles. I might know a picture, but I don't know for sure. And which one to get in the back.
Do you remember which hand it was? Those knuckles?
Let's see. Standing. I'm gonna say this one, but I don't know for sure. I feel like it's actually, but I don't know.
You think it's the left one?
I don't know for sure. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Broke the car like that. And I looked at the knuckles. I don't know. Boy, he had him up there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was his left one.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't see. It was left.
So you think it was the left one too?
Yeah, I think I said left, but I didn't know for sure. The second time I said I think it was my left. And I put that back up there to think, yeah, this
Okay.
is left. This is left.
And then how much alcohol did he say he
So we
consumed?
had 2. First he said 1, then he said, well, I had 2. I said, well, that's nothing. That's everybody can have 2. But he said, I have had, has he had problems? I think he's had some problems before with you guys. But he said that. That's when I knew we were doing the wrong thing. I knew it.
Who did he say was picking him up?
His wife, slowing her away. He talked to her on the phone a couple times. Supposedly, he was talking to her on the phone. See if she's going to pick him up. She was on her way. But we never did see her. And that's what she kept driving. They just took her up to the church.
What's the church called again? I forget. I'm sorry.
Roscup Church of
How you
Christ.
spell that?
R-E. Spell it. R-E.
R-O-U-S-C-U-L-P.
Okay, I don't know.
Or-
I can't even think right now.
And that's Perry's auto record.
Perry's, is it still Perry's auto record? Did you pass that by any chance?
Yeah. I think
That's
so.
what he said. Look close to that. That's what he said.
And then do you remember him having slurred speech or anything?
No. Guess he didn't say that much. No. Except he didn't answer quite away when Bush asked him something. And then he told Bush very loudly, not loud, but no, it didn't sound anything strange at all. He just knew he was in trouble, I think, after when he started talking, because I didn't know him.
He seemed kind of skittish, like he might have done something wrong.
Oh, he knows that, I think. But he said the other man almost hit him, caused the accident. That's what he said. Of course, we didn't know, I said, I don't know if I have a black truck, which I don't. That wasn't a truck. Okay. Sorry about that.
No worries. Sorry, high state game got ruined for you guys, but
Well, we were really well. I was downstairs getting ready to iron when the lights went off. And I thought my husband got into something. And I was done back at the barn. We walked out here and there that was, we really didn't see it happen.
yeah, it's crazy.
Sure moved those stones though, didn't he?
Yeah,
I guess he must have been moving
yeah, oh yeah.
to move those things. I wouldn't want to hit him.
No, heck no, me either. You guys have a good rest of your
Okay,
weekend.
sorry. Have a nice
You will,
weekend.
man. Okay, now I'll show you the picture and you tell me it's him.
Okay, let me. Now, he wasn't a big brother or anything. He was younger. I don't understand, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
He didn't have any.
All right. Don't before you say anything.
Okay.
I want you to.
I don't know if I haven't seen him much, because he was over there.
I want you to.
He was doing talking, but
Can you see that? You want to? Would it easier if you sat in here and looked at it? Would you rather sit in here and try to look at this?
Yeah, see, I said he had growth.
Yeah.
Growth. I knew that. I said that to you earlier. He had. I thought he might have had something here, but I didn't know for sure. Well,
This is a good picture. I'm just taking on a good day.
that's what I was gonna say. No, I told you he was rough looking.
He's a little bit. Was he a little bit skinnier?
I thought so.
Also, does that look
Yeah,
like
I told
him?
you he was slender.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's probably him with his eyes. Probably is. Yes.
Okay. Is your husband still here? Can he look at the guy?
Because I always look at people's eyes. That always makes it work. But
And you say that is him?
I'm not going to put no 100% on it because he was rough looking. he knew, you know.
We get your husband.
But here a moment. But, yeah, he looks like he's heavier there. Is he heavier there than what he is in person? Okay, I would say that too. Look and see if that meant you just got to look in the hole. Really.
I would say
A little bit of beard right there.
I would say that's him.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Had a good day.
How long have you been at the post over here?
Only